This is a volume of letters written to me by my mother starting before I was born and running through my late teen years, and she gave this volume to me after I left home for good. And I'm going to read a few of these letters to you now. From about a month before I was born, September 20th, 1969. Dear expected child, as I'm writing this letter to you, I can feel your movements within my womb. It feels so wonderful. It's special knowing my child is held so close to my heart. I sometimes cradle the outline of your little body in my arms, and I hope you feel of my love. I hope you will always know how much Daddy and I have waited for your birth. We wanted a baby so very much. Now I only have a little over 2 weeks before you are due. I keep trying to imagine what it will really feel like to actually hold my baby in my arms. I've also tried to imagine what you look like. I can't. All I know is that I love you and love being your mom. It's been 1 week since we returned from the East, where Daddy was in the Army. We lived in Massachusetts. We thought you might be born there. When we found out Daddy would be released before you were born, we wanted to return to Utah to be near our family. I went to the base doctor before leaving for Utah, and he said I could only be allowed to go to Utah if I flew. He would not okay driving to Utah, for I had started to show signs that you would be delivered soon. We knelt down and prayed, and Daddy and I felt we should try to drive to Utah anyway. We could not afford to fly. We took off the next morning for Utah. Everything went well, and we were so in love and so excited about going to Utah to have our new baby. We got to Cozad, Nebraska, however, and problems began. Our car had a blowout in one of the new tires. We only had barely enough money to get home on. A police officer stopped and was very rude. He said we couldn't keep our car on the freeway. We had to get it off. We explained we knew no one in the area, and Daddy explained I was pregnant and I couldn't help push the car off the road. He walked around the car to my door and he asked me to get out. And when I did, he kind of laughed to himself. He said, "She's pregnant. She must have a long way to go. How long do you have?" Daddy told him the baby could come any time. The police officer's mouth just dropped, and he became very nice and offered all the help he could. He took us to a hotel, got us a room, and gave us his phone number in case we needed him to take us to the hospital. The only problem was that the nearest hospital was about 30 miles away. Daddy and I got to our hotel room, and Daddy went to the grocery store and bought a few things for us to eat. By the time he returned, labor had started, and my contractions were very close together. We got down on our knees and prayed. Then Daddy gave me a blessing. As soon as the blessing was pronounced, the contractions stopped. I was promised the Lord would allow us to get to Utah, and that we'd get settled before you were born. We called Grandpa Jordan, and he and Uncle Stan drove to Nebraska to pick us up. We had to sell our car, and we had just bought it. We had to sell it for junk. The transmission was gone. I had to drive home sitting in the front seat of Uncle Stan's car all the way home, nonstop. I was so tired, but so glad to be home. Now I sit here. We're still waiting to get into an apartment. We're at your Grandma and Grandpa Jordan's. Pam and Val are also here. Steve is on his mission in North Carolina. You will be the Jordan's first grandchild. You'll be the third grandchild of your Grandpa and Grandma Barlow. Grandpa Barlow, as he'll be to you, is so excited that you'll be born here. He's been very, very ill with leukemia, and it's not expected to live long. He wants to see my baby. He loves little children. He is in the Weber County Hospital. My sweet baby, I love you so. I've loved carrying you within my womb. I've felt no sickness, as most women describe. I'm not very big. In fact, that's why the policeman in Nebraska thought I must have had a long way to go. I'm still very small, in fact. The doctors say you're a little baby, but you feel big enough to me. I've just enjoyed the feeling of holding you near to my heart and will look forward to holding you in my arms. Love, your mother. October 19th, 1969, my actual birthday. My dear, sweet firstborn child, this morning I had my life dream come true. I held my first child in my arms. It was truly a beautiful feeling. I felt so close to God. You're such a beautiful child. Everyone, including the doctor, thought you'd be a small baby, for I was so little all through my pregnancy, but you weren't. When I was in my second month of pregnancy, Grandma Barlow gave me a maternity dress. It was a grow with me dress. I would be able to let out 3 different seamed areas as I got larger. I never fit into the smallest size. Every month, Daddy would put a pillow under it as he made me try it on, and I could never wear it. Just before you arrived, Dr. Barton said, "Yep, it's a tiny little girl." He quickly changed when he saw you and announced, "Oh my goodness, it's a great big boy. Hurry and weigh this kid." You were 22 inches long and 8 pounds, 15 ounces. Most of all, you were beautiful and ours. Oh, I'm going to love being your mother. I can't wait to get you home. I have your bed all made and waiting for you. We're going to name you Michael. That's always been a very special boy's name to me. I wanted to have a Michael since I was a little girl. You have blonde hair and blue eyes. You were born on Uncle Ora Barlow's birthday, and he's already been down to take your picture. He's very proud. When the nurse brings you in to nurse, I just want to hold on to you and not let them take you back to the nursery. I just love to cuddle up to you and just take care of you now. I'd love to be able to take you home with me tonight, but they won't allow it. You're a Sunday child. That makes you very special. You were born at 9/19 and on the 19th. 9 must be a special number for you. It should be when you're 19 you can serve a mission for the Lord. Oh, I'll be so proud when that day comes. That's the first thing I thought about when I was told you were a boy. I wonder what you'll enjoy doing in life, and I pray I will be a good example to you, and that you'll desire to serve the Lord, and that you'll stay clean and pure in your thoughts. This morning I felt so close to God at the moment of your birth. Michael, it is my desire that you will always be close to God. I want to have us all live together forever. I always want you and Daddy and any other children we have to be together in the celestial kingdom. I felt I touched a bit of that kingdom this morning when you were born, and each time I hold you. Love forever, Mother. October 31st, 1971, Halloween. My dear little son, my birthday letter to you is delayed, for I have just returned from the hospital. I saw you for a few moments on your birthday, 2nd, in the lobby of the South Davis Hospital, 2 days prior to my surgery. I had started to hemorrhage a while after getting my cast off, and it was found I had a severe infection and large cysts which had to be removed. We've been told I will probably never be able to have any more children because the damage was very, very bad, but we feel sure we will. I sure miss baking your birthday cake this year. Grandma Jordan baked it this year and said you helped by licking the beaters and getting the batter all over your face. You're so precious to me. You seem to have grown so much the last few weeks that you've been at Grandma's. You came up tonight to see me and just had to say, Happy Halloween. You had to show off your new blue coat your Grandma Barlow bought you, as well as your matching hat. You found delight in all the words and sentences you can say. You talk so plain. The moment you came in the door, you said, Daddy, where's Michael's mama? When you saw me, you yelled, Yeah! How good you made me feel. You felt pride in telling me you now weigh 25 pounds. Then you told me all about your new birthday books and your new drum. In fact, you kept showing me how you could drum really loud on your new drum. All in all, you were as usual, full of smiles and adorned with lots of love for all. We're proud of your growth and adjustment. This year has been hard, but you just seem to take it all in stride. We love you, dear. The terrible twos so far seem not to have found you.